Welcome everybody to the second video training for LCF Fun Languages, and today we're going to talk about LinkedIn. So in the past we've covered what is inbound marketing, that was in video 1. We talked about Facebook, and this video we're going to cover LinkedIn. People that are working with you in LCF Fun Languages, the parents and teachers, they all want to connect to you. And as we talked about previously, it's up to you to let them know what the best way is to connect with you. Is it Facebook? Is it email? Do you prefer phone? You just have to let people know. So what is LinkedIn? It's a social media platform that connects professionals. I like to think of it as Facebook for business. There are 3 million profiles in Australia and 500,000 profiles in New Zealand. So it's a very popular platform for people to connect to each other, and you can use it in a variety of different ways. Let's go to the actual LinkedIn itself and have a look at how it operates. So this is the home page, and perhaps we might look up, probably Nikki is the best person we could look at for an example of a good profile. So we've sent you all the book, the ebook about how to set up your profile, and I just want to cover off a few points here. Nikki's got her title, where she lives primarily, and her it's education management, so that's the industry. You give an opportunity to put an update into your title. Maybe at the beginning of the week you can say that you're looking for new teachers, just as Nikki has done here, or you have some spaces in some of the classes for kids. You put in your job description, education, and you can see that people have recommended Nikki. Nikki's got 184 connections, and this just builds over time as people want to connect with you. And here's a great opportunity, as we've talked about with the keywords, of using your keywords to connect to the website. So French for kids is a keyword phrase that people are searching for in Google. So by putting it into your website link there, and then that connects to the LCF Fun Languages website. Nikki's got a summary in here of what she does at the business, so you can actually say that for yourself, and some experience. And you fill this out as much as you can. You can get people to give you testimonials. You can have the Twitter account connecting to LCF Fun Languages Twitter account. And the next video I'm going to talk about groups. So we can talk about that. Now for my own profile, I wanted to give you an example of how I use it. So in here, people have wanted to connect with me. We get invitations where people say, I would like to connect with you. Now, if you do this yourself, please make sure to put in a personal message. So I like to do this by, I actually keep a message on hand. So I will accept Helen. She would like to add me to her professional network. If I'm connecting with someone, I usually like to say why. Why would I like to connect with them? Give them a reason. So in this instance, I will say, hi, Helen. And I keep a message on hand, so I just copy this from a notebook that I have, and I put in here, because I like to say, it'll be nice to connect to you here on LinkedIn, and let me know if you have any online marketing questions, because that's what I do for my business. And I put in an offer as well. If you need a hand with your social media plans, we've got a new workbook, and it's available on my website. So for LCF Fun Languages, this is just an example of what I do. For LCF yourself, you can say, we'd love to connect with you here. If you're interested in your child learning French, Italian, Mandarin, Spanish, please come along, and maybe give them a link to the main website where they can sign up for a free demo. This is how you grow the business, and you send the message. And that's basically this video for about just your personal LinkedIn account and how that would work, and connecting with people on just a basic level. In the next video, we're going to talk about making groups and how you can connect in on groups and do some networking online. Welcome back to LCF training for LinkedIn. we've covered off the individual profile for LinkedIn, and you've got your ebook to follow to fill out your profile in full. And now we're going to talk about groups. So if you'd like to think of LinkedIn as a way of networking online, so you can go to networking functions in person, or you can actually visit networking functions or groups on LinkedIn. So on the home page, you click on groups, and you can just click on the groups section, and it brings you to, these are a number of groups that I'm involved in here. On the top right, you could search for groups. Perhaps we look at French groups. It's a good example. Also think of, these could be groups that are passionate about languages. Here's a great one, French Connections. The purpose of this group is for professional people regarding French culture, business, travel, heritage. And we see that Delphine is a member of this group, and Sally-Ann. This is a fabulous way of connecting with people. You could join the group and see what discussions are happening in here. Show you an example of groups, how they work. I'll just go to one that I have created myself, which is about social media. Social media Australia, New Zealand. This is how the group would work once you become part of it. You can start a discussion in the group, so you might just make some statement around what's going on with your group, what's going on in your local area, what's happening with the classes, but try where you can not to sell. It's not about a sales pitch, it's about open discussions. So as you can see in here, this is a group about social media. This is one that I've set up myself, and this is a great way if you can't see a group that you would like. Perhaps it's French fans in Victoria, people who like Spanish in Melbourne. You could, if you can't see that group, you could actually set one up yourself and be the owner of the group. You do have to make sure that you've got the time to invest in it. But once you're involved in it, you can see that other people get involved. Just like here, we have popular discussions. So this person, David, has put a discussion in about social media statistics. And then we can see Megan has liked this. Now Megan could leave a comment. And as you can see, the groups over time, people have discussions, you can connect with people, and you know that they're interested in the same things that you are interested in. To check and see what kind of groups are available, go back to the groups directory, and you can just see it on the front page there and say groups and groups directory, and make some searches for kind of groups that you're interested in by putting in keywords. We could think of Spanish, for example. Are there any groups that mention Spanish? And here's again, Spanish Connection, translators, speakers, teaching, all around the world. This is a great way for you to recruit, connect with parents, connect with people who are interested in the same things that you are. Now, you don't have to do this every day, but you would build up a series of groups that you are interested in and make a note in your diary. Perhaps it's Monday mornings or Friday mornings, whatever you feel is good for you. Put a note in your diary that you're going to go to LinkedIn and you're going to connect with people, send invitations, connect with other people in the groups. And that's a great way for you to expand your online network and your LinkedIn profile and build relationships with people who are interested in the same things you are. In the next video, we're going to talk about questions. People ask questions on LinkedIn and you can answer them. So now we've covered individual profiles on LinkedIn. We've also talked about groups, and another great way to connect with people is answering and asking questions. LinkedIn is like a big water cooler at the office where you go and people can connect, read stories. As you can see on the front page, they put updates about what's going on. So here's a great way of finding out what people are asking questions. So if you go onto the home page and you click on More and click on Answers. In the Answers box up on the top right hand side, you can find out if anyone's asking any questions about French, for example. So let's just have a look and see. type in the word French. This could be Spanish or Italian, France, Spain, Italy. It doesn't matter, just as a starting point. And you can see down here on the left-hand side that there's somebody has been asking a question about looking for inbound call center for answering calls in multiple languages: English, French, German, and Spanish. Now, this is a call center looking for people. Now, here's a great example of, we have part-time teachers in the business. Perhaps the part-time teachers are also looking for other work, and yet this could be part-time work. So as a person in business, in the language business, you can see that perhaps connecting with these people would be a good thing, because there might be French teachers wanting to work part-time, and this way you can sort of reciprocate and think about your own business. There's a fun question here about what's in a name. The middle name is French, and you can just go here maybe once a week and look and see who's asking any questions. In the future, there might be parents who are asking questions about, I want to find out if my children can learn French part-time. This is where you just come in, it's like a water cooler, and you check. Also, you can ask questions yourself. So you could just go to the home section of answers and ask a question going, I'm looking for part-time French teachers. Does anybody know of anybody who's looking for work? And again, building this over a period of time, you'll start to connect and build a group of people that you know are interested in what you do, and you can expand your own network. You don't have to leave your house, you don't have to spend any money, you just spend a bit of time. And just like with the groups, perhaps booking in 15 minutes, maybe twice a week, to visit LinkedIn. And just like exercise, in the beginning, it's quite difficult to remember. But if you've got a diary appointment, like a meeting, you'll be able to build up that remembering. Also download the app onto your phone, the LinkedIn app, and that way you can keep on top of any invitations, any messages while you're on the go. Maybe you're waiting for someone having a coffee, and you can answer on your phone, so you don't have to wait until you get to your computer. So right now you have an ebook which we've sent out to you, which covers all about LinkedIn and how to set up your profile. We've talked about your profile individually, talked about groups, and we've talked about answering questions. And that really is the whole summary of LinkedIn and how it can help you grow your LCF Fun Languages business.